Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to bring you another reading for Libra. Libra. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me and keeping me safe. Libra. I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Most of all, for showing up. And this card just wants to show himself. So we have a King of Cups with a Knight of Wands. So we have playful, playing with love, playing, having fun, wanting to play more than be, more than. It's just someone who could be a water sign you're dealing with, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Very passionate, wanting to play. And then we have the Two of Pentacles with our Empress just barely showing herself. So it's as if that love is being juggled. And then I see the Sun. So again, it's honesty, the truth about juggling, the truth about pleasing two masters, going from king to knight, going from stepping down, not being open with that love. That love was being hidden. And then we see the Two of Pentacles with the Sun here. So we're really looking at trying. See the word trying. It's not happening. That truth is really, it can't be hidden. We're trying to hide. It can't be hidden. Then we see again our High Priestess with working secretly or being very aware of the details. Libra, you seem to know what's going on. And we just came through the eclipses, so we're facing that truth about being juggled. We're facing that truth about hiding our emotions. We're facing that truth about people changing right before our eyes, and we're not accepting the truth, or we are accepting the truth. For some, again, it is really how you resonate with the messages, and I'm using the Smith-WaiteTarot with the Celtic cross. Again, it is to help us relate to what we've been going through, and I find that spread, it just feels right with this deck. And I say that because I tend to use different spreads, and I will use different spreads with this deck too. It's just the energy seems to flow in that sense of really going within, looking at where we are, where we've been, how we got to be there, and facing that with what comes next, what we want, how we go about getting what we want. And it seems that Libra, happiness is coming your way with the Sun, the truth, and being more. It's just knowing, it's having that knowing and really following your instincts and taking that step forward to meet your own happiness. I thank you, Libra, for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Most of all, for showing up, and more cards are just popping out. This deck is having fun with me. So we see the Fours are showing themselves with the Five of Pentacles. So the Four of Wands, wanting that stability, dealing with choices and confusion and abundance, and really working at, I want to put this to the back of me. I don't want to deal with that anymore. I don't trust. I want something different. And we see here, what's this just poking out with the Sun? We see the Fool and the Ten of Swords. So choosing to put things to an end, and really looking at the value and moving on, wanting to get out of that Five of Pentacles state of mind where you don't feel like you belong, and you want to go where you feel at home, and you're making your own path to that what you call home, Libra, where you feel safe and you don't feel like you have to put on a mask or put up a defense. You're really aiming for that now in April for 2025. I'm bringing in the Seasons of the Witch Oracle along with the Animal Spirit Oracle, because with the Seasons of the Witch we get to see the changes that are happening or have happened or will happen. Again, it is all in how we maneuver through what we've been through and how we digest it because of those eclipses. The Animal Spirit is really to help us dig deep down inside and pull that totem animal out of us, and what, that energy that we may not be aware of or we're having trouble mustering up. So Libra, let's see, how do we start off April with our Knight of Pentacles? This is you have a plan, you have a plan, you've always had a plan, you want to bring that plan into fruition. And what else is there? You're going forward, but you're moving slow, and what is crossing you is the test of having that faith in yourself, having that trust in other people, knowing that you're coming toward the end and you don't have far again to go, because it is the faith in your own plan, it is your faith in the people around you, the experiences that you've had that will bring that plan into fruition. But the test is just that. It is to rebuild the trust, or to really put that extra effort in, depending on your situation. I mean, there's a few scenarios that could come from this. It is the plan in itself is how to heal a relationship, how to heal personally, how to help someone else heal. Either way, it is a cycle that is coming to an end, and your goal is to have that plan come into fruition. I feel it's kind of high, so I'll just bring it here and then I'll take a look. Libra, you have that knowledge. Spirit is granting you all of the knowledge that you need, all of what you could possibly understand or be questioning. You have the answers, so the test should just be a breeze. But it is in focusing on what you really want and knowing that you can have it, trusting in your own faith, if it is that you are following with spiritual guidance, or trusting in the system of legalities, or having faith in the medical system, or believing that what is to be healed can be healed. Having the answers nonetheless. It is what is above you. Spirit is giving you this because it is the highest level of judgment that we could have. It is having all of the knowledge, having the know-how to make that plan come into fruition, and be able to judge that what we don't trust, having the faith in knowing that we will find our way and have the answers that we seek, if it is that we're looking. What is below you, what has rooted you, what is from the past, is of course that disappointment in love, or disappointment with others, or simply wanting to heal a disappointment or overcome some form of imbalance. And again, it is the thought process. We're going over that. What it is we don't trust. Why we don't trust is because of betrayal that we've come through. And again, we've become more discerning. We've become judgmental. We've made a decision on not being able to either go back with or continue with another person, or to have that reconciliation. It's like you put a final judgment on what took place, and you have a new plan, or you're taking your plan and you're going along with that. You're not stopping. You thought you were satisfied, or you thought you had satisfaction where you were before, or you were celebrating for some, drinking too much for others. But understanding that the laws, or the law, depending on how you're taking the, can't remember the words, sorry, Libra, the laws of nature, for example, is where I was taking this, is in that you will see that what you did was the right thing, and the satisfaction that you thought you had was just the beginning of something. So you may have had a celebration, you may have gone out and had too much fun for some, and you may have been celebrating the end of, or the ending up of something that's coming to an end, that you know is coming to an end, because you can sense it, and you know in your heart that you did the right thing. So you're sort of having that feeling of, well, I'm going to get through, and I'm celebrating now because tomorrow I work, or you wanted to get it in with certain time. But not just that. I mean, that's just a little detail there. But the satisfaction that you had is that you've always made the right choice, and you know that, even though you've been disappointed, or the fact that you come into relationships where you end up having to end the relationship, not trusting is where you sort of pat yourself on the back, saying, well, I had a feeling, so I went with that, and there I am, I'm right. And you get that sense of, I know I did the right thing. But you're given that confirmation is why you were satisfied, because even though what you've been through was really painful, and you're still coming out of it, you're able to celebrate. You see, you're feeling a lot better now that okay, you know what, that's over now, it's past, it's not going to bother me anymore, I'm good, I'm happy, I'm happier for the experience. Now we have our 10th wand showing up here, so really putting a lid on what pain you've been through, and having to deal with particular parties that were taking advantage because you feel you can't trust anymore. Now you are an air sign, and this card depicts a fire sign, so we're seeing that king being more in control. So you're going to change. Again, this is all about change. When Aries season comes in, it's more about looking at yourself and what you want for you and what you want to change. And the level of trust is not that you're going to change that, but it makes you more of that sense of, I'm taking care of me, and it's me first. You see, that's Aries. It's me first. It's I take care of me, and I take for me, and I deal with me before I deal with anyone. And that's where it can become a little egotistical. But that is not what I feel here, because for some reason, the readings that I'm doing today, when I set up these reads, it's not so much the body, it's the lizard here. But in this case, it started off with the body and then it drew to the lizard. So it's telling me here that there is that sense of independence that you have developed over this period here, and you are given that authority, and you are taking that authority. You are becoming more in authority. You're taking that authoritative stance, in other words, and that you will be taking that authoritative stance. That you are in control of your future, and you know this to be true because of the Hierophant. It's like you've learned your lesson and you celebrated that just recently. You've come through some event where the disappointment was so much that your level of trust is completely shot. You don't want to trust in anyone, so you're putting a lid, you're closing it off with the 10th wand here. So coming into the future, you know, okay, you know what, I can't trust this person, or I can't trust these people, or I can't trust this idea or this feeling. I have to be careful. I have to be more careful. You're feeling that, and that's what you're going to show here. Now is the same thing. You're not allowing anyone to take that control away from you. This is where you're at. You're stepping up and you're taking back. You may even be getting even for some of you, or planning it. Actions that have been taken cannot be reversed. And this is where you feel okay, you know what? I'm over that, and I will never trust this person or this group or this feeling. If I get this feeling again, I'm not going to trust. Again, it's just stepping into, I don't have any remorse for what actions have taken place, because it's made me stronger. I'm taking back my independence. I'm taking back what was taken from me. I'm celebrating again, and I have no guilt. I don't feel sorry for celebrating. I don't want to express any weakness. I'm not showing any weakness. You're really stepping into the power of, I'm taking back what's mine. You're transforming. You're going through that phase of, you're feeling the power. You're holding on to the swords, knowing that you will never deal with these people again, because they have given in, they have given up, they have surrendered. So you have taken back, whether it is in the mind, or it is through maybe you were drinking and you spoke your mind and you really put it out there, and you're coming through feeling, well, wow, I can't believe I did that. I feel the power. For some, it's a good thing. I'm not picking up anything really negative here, but for others, it is that indecision that should I go this way? But I don't feel too much of that either, because there is an assertion here. It is more of finding that self-awareness in, you know what, this actually feels good. I'm stepping it up. I'm taking it back. That's what I'm getting from this card. It's in a positive, okay? Libra, don't think that you have to feel badly about feeling better after someone has hurt you, because that is where, if it were in the opposite, I would say, no, you're spiraling down. Here you're spiraling up, because you're coming to be the king, whereas you were still being that soldier, that smaller person, where you were giving over your power. Now you're taking it back, because he doesn't give it over to anybody. He doesn't give it up. Okay? And the proof is in the 10th one, where you will complete the cycle. You're there. You're there. You're feeling it. You're thinking it. You're really putting your mind to, you know what, this is for me now. I'm taking care of me. And you're meaning it. Yeah, you see? Defense. You have somebody on the defense. Maybe it's what you said. Maybe it's how you were behaving in a particular party that they saw, and they were like, oh my God, Libra, whoa, surprise. maybe something that you said that has them on the defense, because they're not able to face you. They're feeling that, okay, if Libra comes around, I gotta be careful, because who knows what Libra's gonna say about me, to me. They have they're worried. They're worried. Somebody is really looking to give you back that respect. You're taking it. You're not waiting for them to give it. You're taking it from them. And that is the best thing you can do, especially in this position here, because someone doesn't want to give up their position. You see? They are holding their ground. So it's like you could get into a physical fight if you were to approach them. They're ready to fight, but not for you. They would fight against you. They would want to overpower you. And now they know they can't, because you have the mind. Your mind is where your strength and your fight is, not in the physical. Here you outwitted them. You outsmarted them. You let them see that they don't have control over you. The mind games that they may have been playing with you, they're not affecting you anymore. Now we see the strength card showing here. So again, fire sign. You may be dealing with fire signs, or you're taking on the energy of that strength, that I am in control. I am holding my ground. I am being in charge. I am in control of my feelings. I'm holding back on being aggressive, and I won't bully, but I will not back down from a fight if one does show up. That means you're very, very serious, Libra. You're taking on a whole new outlook here, and this is not to say that you're becoming someone different. It's just the gentle side of you. You're keeping that to yourself. Like we saw our Empress there, being the love being hidden away. You're not showing any vulnerability, and that is what they're worried about. That wait a minute, Libra usually gives in after a certain time. But Libra is not giving in. Libra is actually becoming more powerful. I don't need you. And they're feeling it. They're worried. They're not on steady ground. But they will respect you. They have no choice, and they know they don't. And they see that you are moving on, and you are looking to your future. And this is a good sign, because you're realizing, you're coming into realizing that the future is in your hands. You hold the power now. You can do anything you want. And Spirit is backing that up with the knowledge, with the authority. You're being given that authority, Libra. It feels so powerful all of a sudden. It doesn't feel like that I don't know, maybe I should. You're not there. Here you are standing up. Look at that. See? You have the King of Pentacles, you have the King of Wands, and you have the Hierophant, all in your read. This is you. Again, you may be dealing with earth signs. You may be dealing with fire signs. But this is you taking on that energy, if it is that. Because I feel in that. I feel that sense of, I'm stepping into my own, I'm in control, I'm making my own money, I'm deciding what to do with it. Nobody is going to tell me how, when, why, and who, and what. Nobody's going to do that. I make the decisions. I make the call. And you're not doing it with an ego. Mind you, that is how this reading is coming across, because you have a plan. You see? You have the knowledge. You learn the lesson. The fact is that you just need to go a little bit more. because there could be some doubt. This card, this 5, it does represent that uncertainty. You could stumble a few times during this month. You may feel, well, I don't know if this is really going to work out for me. What if? And then start playing those tapes again. But Libra, you have the control, and Spirit is guiding you to be fearless. Where you were once timid, you've become the tiger. You see? Where you were once ignorant, you have the knowledge. Because of the experiences that you've been through, cycles have repeated themselves for you. And you may or may not realize or recognize or even remember going through certain things again and again and again, but they have, because you've been 9 times. You're at the end, the 10th. And I would think by August, and I say that because it is a representative of Leo. Again here, Leo. Some of you may go through till November to feel that, yeah, I have the control. You're still working on it. You're still working on it. You're not out of the woods yet. You still have to go through a few more tests, in the sense where it's one more try. You know, you're going, like I said, you're going to stumble a bit coming through the month, but before you know it, in August, you will feel that you're standing on your own and you're making your own decisions, and what you were looking for before, you don't even want to think about anymore. You're looking toward your future, and you have the means. The means and the stability to get you through. See, like I said, you're gonna have that feeling of backing down and thinking, well, I don't know, a little bit of doubt there. But no, that is what you have to overcome, and you have to remember how much you suffered in order to say, well, you know what, I don't want to suffer anymore. I want to overcome this. I want to go past that feeling of being under control or being controlled. And here we have our queen. So really and honestly, the person who may come to you and say, well, you know, it could be like this and we could do like that. I missed a chance and I want to make up for it, because you're going to get that feeling of, maybe I shouldn't be so hard on them, because Libra, you're not used to being so fiery and so in charge. You'll hold it, but at some point you're not going to want to hold on to it. You want to go back to that gentle feeling, and it's going to nudge you, but you have to remember, it is justice being served here. You're not going to forget, because this is you, huh? You're going to balance, again, with the knowledge. You're going to balance. You know, I remember how it was, and I remember all the chances that I missed, and now I'm not letting that slide. I'm not letting it pass. You're not getting away with this. Is that 6 of Swords, that feeling of, I'm moving on from this. And the way that I'm giving this reading, it feels like you're ready to pounce on the person who will come or will attempt to convince you to go the other way. Because they're not letting go, huh? They're gonna fight, and you may end up putting them to the mat, but they want to fight. But you're gonna outsmart them, eh? You're gonna outsmart them, because you have that sense of, well, I don't need to fight with you, because that's what I'm saying. You fight when you really have to, and even then, your battle is in the mind. It's not a physical thing. That sense of, I can take care of myself, I'm already decided, my mind is made up, I don't need this. It's all here. You just, yeah, you see, you have the strategy. You have the strategy, and you are going to overcome it. You're not going to lose out. You're going to have a brand new start, and the control is that you're going to be able to say, I don't want, and I'm not falling for, and you can't convince me, and just, you know what, I'm not interested, I'm doing me, I'm having a good time. Bringing yourself back to the balance. See, there's the Three of Pentacles. So it's a question of taking care of what is yours and having that start in creating a business if you wanted to. Like I said, you want to do whatever you want. You're going to be able to. You have the innovation. You have the innovation to start a new romance. You have that control over how you feel and who you're dealing with, and if you want to party, you're going to party, and you're going to take back what was missing, take back what you think you were missing out on. It's coming back to you. Again, you could be dealing with a Capricorn, you could be dealing with a Virgo, you could be dealing with even a Leo. It's a question of taking that control and knowing that you have the love, because that's you right here. Right here. As much as you don't want to give, you will control that need to give in. You're not going to allow this next person or a group or whomever to convince you. They can't. They can't. They're going to try, but you're too powerful. Because you already know. You have all the answers. You know every step, every move they're going to make. You know it. And this is where you get that chance. Spirit is showing the change again with the king, where the lizard transforms. You have that, I'm growing up, I'm feeling it, I'm changing, I can do what I want, I can go wherever I want. And you may just do that because you'll have enough to do so. You'll be able to go wherever you want and do whatever you want. Doesn't mean that it's, well, for some it could be really big money coming in because of a divorce or just legal dealings that you had going on over the past year or so, or even more, depending on your situation. Or you could just have that increase in pay because you're dealing with a boss, or you're becoming a leader in the place where you work, and you're going to earn your increase in salary, and you're going to have that means to do whatever you want. And if it is that you want to buy a home, you'll have the money to do so. Or if you want to travel, again, you'll have the money to do so. And you don't have the fear of, where am I going to go? Who's going to go with me? Oh, you can go anywhere you want. Oh, thank you, Spirit. It's very invigorating, this read. That King of Wands has changed over the past couple of reads, because in the first reading, it was just a lizard. The King of Wands just really wasn't present in that card. And now it's both of them. So the lizard first, and then the king, and then the lizard. King of Wands is going through the ringer here. But it's good, because that's transformation. That's change. And bringing in change, we're going to go to the Seasons of the Witch. I'm just going to pull one card. See what is the changes that Libra is exercising, going through, having to deal with. Oh, look at that. The Oracle. Again, knowing everything that you need to know. That is what's coming down, the blessings upon you, Libra. You've been through enough. You know exactly how to deal with any situation coming your way. That's what he does. Nothing is getting past you. Let's see what the message says for Oracle here. Spirits of other worlds, tell me tales of the unknown. Tell me tales of the forbidden. Again, having all the answers. And just going with your intuition, because we saw that High Priestess. And the Empress embodies that all-knowing, all-seeing ability to be discerning. So you're very guided, and you have no fear, because again, the fear would be in that you can't hold off and can't hold back, and you'll give in. But Spirit is not going to let you. Spirit is guiding this. This is out of your control. This is out of your control. And it is because you've been hurt. It is because you've been abused, taken advantage of. It is because of the suffering that you've been through, and that you're not giving up. You're just not giving up. You're the Prince there, the Knight of Pentacles. As much as it is an earth sign, that is who represents you in this reading, that Knight of Pentacles. And he moves slowly. He takes his time. He knows exactly what he wants, and he has a plan to get to where he wants to be. And he's not stopping. He's not giving up. So what is the animal totem for you that Spirit wants you to follow for April? Oh, look at that, the dragonfly. Oh, that's so beautiful. Libra, that's so you. All the colors, that's light of just feeling at peace and having that ability to just be and not worry about anything. Magic. You have the magic in you. Spirit is put the wand in your hand. Again, the 10th wand. You will have the power to manifest whatever you want. It's coming to you, and you already have, because you're taking on the energy of fire signs, earth signs. And here you're back to yourself, air sign. I embrace my transformation. I courageously let go of the past. The magic of nature is in me. I am brilliant. I am blessed. Yes, you are, Libra. You are so blessed. On that note, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Until our next read, Libra, love and light.